pow. I need to just insert a little clip of that into one of these videos. I'm going to see if I can find one to download so I can show you what that's even from.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Yeah. Hi, peoples. How are you? I'm okay. I realized last night at like 8 o'clock at night what I was going to talk about today. And I really wanted to record it last night. But I decided to wait because I knew if I recorded it last night, my brain was still going to want me to record something today. And trying to... yeah, then I'd be ahead and merging, and none of you want to watch a, half-hour, hour-long video of just me rambling. So I figure I would just wait and talk about it now. So here we are. Today we are talking about, and it's been so much on my mind that I brought it up in the Burt Slate podcast today, not changing yourself to fit other people. So yesterday we talked about me discovering myself and how often I was willing to adjust myself, change myself, whatnot, to fit in better. Today we're going to take it one step further. Today we're going to talk about fundamentally changing ourselves because people we like, people we're attached to, people we're in love with, whatever, want us to. And that's not okay. It's not okay at all. Nobody should be asking you to change a fundamental part of who you are to best fit them. If they do, you really need to rethink the relationship you have with that person, because that means they are not willing to accept you as you. And that's a problem. It's a big problem. There's nothing wrong with adjusting bits of yourself to better fit a situation. Right? If you are somebody who talks a whole lot and you're around people that don't, and for that time that you were around them, adjusting yourself to fit better in that situation and not be too much for them is okay for that situation. That's the key part, right? It's not about making it so you don't talk as much at all anymore. You're a talker. It's what you do. And that's okay. Perfectly okay. I'm a talker. If you can't tell, I'm a talker. So I shouldn't change me. I shouldn't change my love of talking permanently just so I can be with somebody. If they can't handle me being me, we don't belong together. Relationship, friendship, family, doesn't matter. If they can't handle me being me, and being me is not toxic, it's not hurting anybody, then they need to just let it go and accept that that's who you are. If you are a person that is just generally an anxious person, and you're with somebody who demands that you change that and aren't anxious anymore and just accept things, then you need to reevaluate that relationship. Yes, anxiety is something that we all need to work on. If you suffer from anxiety, if you suffer from depression, then working on getting a better handle on it is the right thing to do. But Anxiety doesn't go away. Okay? And a lot of times, depression doesn't actually go away. We just learn how to handle it better. We learn how to curb it better. We learn how to deal with those situations and get our way through them better. But if you're with somebody who can't accept that is you, that is always going to be a part of you, and they need to learn to roll with the punches and support you better, and they are demanding that you change for them, reevaluate the situation. There are tons of other examples I could give, right? And it's not just big things about, like, specifically personality and such. It's even, let's say you're a big sci-fi person, and the person you're with is not. And they demand that you stop watching sci-fi because they don't like it. Reevaluate the relationship. Is it worth leaving somebody just because you like a type of movies they don't, and they don't want you to watch it? Yes. In my opinion, yes. Why? Same thing I've been saying. You shouldn't have to change something that's a fundamental part of you in order to be with somebody else. If you were completely open and honest about what you were into in the beginning, about who you are in the beginning, then if down the road they try to change that or make you not that, and that's a fundamental part of you, then they're not really in it for you. They are in it for the you that they want you to be. You see in movies, TV, books, all about fixer-uppers, right? These women or men that date people who have issues, are struggling, or just aren't the type that person usually goes to, but they want to be with them, so they try to fix them. They try to fundamentally change who they are in order to have them in their lives. We need to stop glorifying that. We need to stop romanticizing that. You should never be with a person that you need to change in order to be with them. If you are with that person and you ever think to yourself, you know, this would be the perfect relationship, they just need to fix this, this, and this, and those are things that are primary parts of their personality, those are things that person has always been, don't be with them. It is stress and struggle that you don't need. It is stress and struggle that they don't need. And it is, in my opinion, wrong. I don't care if the thing the person does annoys you to no end. I don't care if the thing the person does you think is wrong. If it is not actually toxic or hurting anybody, and it is just a part of who they are, then you need to move on. I feel like I'm yelling at you. I apologize. I'm not trying to yell at you. Lately I've heard a lot of friends talking about this and how they need to get out of a relationship, or not get out of the relationship. They're struggling with the relationship because they're not living up to the changes their partner expects from them. Or people that are frustrated with their partner because they're not doing the changes that they're demanding. But when you look at the situation, those changes that they're demanding, so if you're with somebody who's chronically late all the time, then helping them work on that and get a better grasp of time and time management, that's okay. that is something that everybody needs to work on. Time management is important. If you are with somebody who is a chronic liar and you're trying to help them accept that the truth is the way to go, it's okay. I mean, you can work on that with them. However, if in the course of that you are fundamentally changing their personality and you find that they cannot survive, they cannot handle being truthful all the time because who they are, they aren't happy with, or whatever it is that is making them lie all the time, hide things, stuff like that, it's not worth it, and you need to step away, because now you are starting to affect the core of who they are. And in my experience, from what I've seen, there's a few fundamental issues with that. Not fundamental issues, there's trying to change a core principle of a person, trying to change a fundamental part of who they are, will have consequences. In our minds, we are hoping that that fundamental change will lead to them being a better person, lead to a better relationship. They'll be happier, you'll be happier, everything will be okay. It is very rare that that is actually what happens. Oftentimes, it leads to stress and frustration that end up driving a wedge between the two of you. It leads to regret on your part if you're the one changing them. Or it leads to them holding a grudge against you, secretly just being so frustrated with the fact that you want to change them, but they want to do good for you, so they do it. But deep down, they're not happy with it. It leads to them losing their friends, because when they're with their friends, they are this one person. So if you fundamentally change them, you have removed everything that brought them to those friends. If you fundamentally change them, you change the path they're on. You change where their future is headed. And if the relationship doesn't work, not only have you fundamentally changed them, you have upset everything about their lives, but now they're alone and they don't know what direction to go in. Because if you're the one that fundamentally changes them, then you're the one they're leaning on to keep up with that fundamental change. And you're not there now. So what are they going to do? They either have to find somebody else just like you, or they end up going right back to where they were, and now they have this whole duality. Do they stick with the changes that you implemented on them? Or do they throw away those changes, go back to the way they were, and now they've lost all kinds of time and they have to repair all of these relationships that were damaged because you decided that this person needed to change something about themselves? I've been in multiple relationships where I, on my own, was not good enough. At all. Who I am as a person was just not enough for them. So they did everything in their power to make me fit their needs. That does nothing but make me frustrated all the time. it has given me this permanent feeling of never being good enough. I will spend the rest of my life, unless I can find some way to fix it, feeling like I am not good enough for the person I am with the moment they express any frustration with something I've done or some part of who I am. Whether they're asking me to change it or not, I will still feel like I am letting them down. I will still feel like I am the issue. I am a burden. All I do is mess up because I am not what they want me to be. Because of my past relationships, it has then affected all future relationships that came after that. They changed a fundamental piece of who I am to the point that I'm not even sure if who I am is okay. Referencing back to yesterday, I am not sure if who I am as a person is an okay person to be. Whether I'm comfortable with it or not. Because the people I've been with, the people I've spent time around, and not just romantic relationships, there have been plenty of friendships, plenty of family members that have tried to change me and make me somebody else. When Cindy and I split and I moved back from Chicago, I had no clue who I was. No clue. I was trying to figure it out. And I let everybody around me decide for me how to dress, how to act, what to do, where to go, what to watch, all of it. I had no idea who I was, what I was doing, so I let everybody around me decide for me. Am I upset with them? No. I asked them to do that. But I asked them to do that because that's how I had always been treated. That is how people in my past had made me feel. That I wasn't smart enough to decide who I am on my own. It destroyed me. It left a permanent mental scar. So if you are a person that is trying to change a friend or significant other to be more like what you want them to be, stop. If you are a person whose friend or partner is trying to change who you are on a fundamental level because you don't fit what they want you to be, stop. Reevaluate the entire situation before you take one more step further. Because that is not a good situation. That is not an okay situation. You need to be you. The truest, best version of you you can be. That is what your goal should be. And that is what their goal should be. Their goal should be trying to help you become the best, truest version of you that you can be. Not removing things unless they're actually toxic and harmful. You need to be you. You need to be happy. You need to be healthy. You need to be safe. And if in those situations you cannot be those things, then you need to leave those situations. You need to step away, reevaluate all of it, and start again. I hope I've helped. I hope this helps you see what's been going on, helps you see how you're being treated, and helps you evaluate those relationships better so that way you feel more secure. That way you can speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself. I'm not trying to ruin your relationships. I'm not trying to ruin your friendships. I'm trying to help you have confidence in you. And I'm trying to help you stand up for yourself. Because you are you. You are not them. You are not the you that they want you to be. You are you. And you need to be you. And you need to stay being you. Because you are you. It sounds dumb. It sounds so simple. But it is so complex and it is so true. You are you. So be you. Be the realest, best version of you that you can be. And leave the world a better place for you having been in it. And if that requires you to step away from the situations of people trying to change you in a way that you don't really want to change, then leaving the world a better place is you stepping away from that situation. I'm going to let you go. Please do the things, like the video, subscribe, check out I got a podcast version of this, link in the description. I got my Birds Light podcast, link in the description. I've got my Byron Makes Things Facebook page, link in the description. Byron Makes Things website, link in the description. Check out my stuff. Please help me out. The more traffic I get, the better I feel. The more I do, the more this could turn into something, because all I want to do is help people. It's my entire goal in all of this. Is I want to use my voice to make a change in the world and to help people. So I hope this helped you. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, you're not so alone.